Hello, wonderful viewers of mine. Thank you so much, guys, for all the support. Today, let me say that I officially welcome the new members on my board, on my channel, and I always say that Zack Discovery will always deliver. That's my promise, and I always do that. So, good morning, everyone. Wherever you're watching, it might be afternoon in your area, it might be night, but I greet you all in a humble manner. So, thank you so much for subscribing, for checking out to my mom, Maran Melo, Boss Fellow the Boy, Tenga Jr., Kaka Jose the Mason, and so forth. We really appreciate because of your support, guys, for watching, for liking, for commenting, and without forgetting to share the link. Watching this video without skipping that. That is a very important part of it all. So today I've taken you back to my village. Why am I here, guys? I want us now to say so that something that you grow as small as it is, it will one day be big enough. So currently we have been talking about the rains in our area, but I always say that when it's rainy time, it is always planting season for Zack Discovery. I love nature, I love green, and that's why I'm here. So once upon a time, there's a day by day we planted together with you guys these trees. But unfortunately, I can say that they dried up. Most of them dried up. In fact, a big number, because I bought quite a number of trees. And all the entire of this land, this place was full of seedlings. And I was planting in a very close range, just that distance, you know. There's a reason I'll be explaining the reason why I usually plant like that. But the entire of this place was fully planted with seedlings. But as you can see, they all dried to an extent that this one was left. This is the lucky one, plus that one was the lucky one. And then those one be on the other side. So all this side they dried. The reason, this place is very hot. Okay, that is a layman's language that we use, that this place is very hot. Meaning, this is a sandy soil. This is sandy soil. So, for now it's wet. As you can see, it's wet. But if it dries, if it becomes sunny for 2 to 3 days, this place will be very dry. There will be no grass here. So that means, yes, it receives a lot of water as other areas, but it does not keep water for long. It dries quickly. That is where now science helps us. So any tree that happen to germinate and grow in this area is a drought resistant tree. So I was thinking of that, because now I cannot grow eucalyptus here. You see, these are eucalyptus, not blue gum, but they're eucalyptus. There are different types of species of these plants. So because I tried them here, they didn't grow because of the sun. Now I was thinking, we have plants that produce milk. Yes, so we have plants that produce milk. They're usually thick-leaved plants. There's one in that part of the forest there, but I don't know whether you can't see it clear. That one that I'm pointing, such a plant is the one I'll come, maybe I'll plant one here and the other one there, because they grow big. They grow big. And it's very hard for them to dry because they have milk in them. In other words, they have water in them. Now, why are we standing on a field that is looking like it is dark? So I brought someone to weed these trees, because they don't need to be in the bush because they did not grow well. No, they need to be cleaned. And I gave this guy, what he did is what we are seeing, but he has not finished, because like this one, they need to be weeded well. These are good timbers. One day these are good timbers for me. So These are the trees that you need to come and also clear this place and weed them. So here we are. Remember that time that we were planting this tree, we even talked about other things. We have some medicine that we usually mix. We have the pesticides that we usually mix in the soil when you're planting these seedlings. So we have one we call Gladiator. The reason why we usually mix is because we want the seedlings not to be attacked with the termites, right? So like look for example at these seedlings. They look a bit younger. What happened here? Then here they dried up. As you can see, these ones, they are a bit younger. They are a bit smaller than those ones. Those ones are looking a bit bigger. So, but for this one, because they dried here, and it was a bit, there's a time that I was not a little bit busy. So I had to buy these young ones, the one you're seeing, to come and fill up the gaps, right? So they're not doing bad. One of them is here, the other one are there. Those ones, they filled this gap. At least there's not going to be a big gap now. You see, I'm already creating a forest here. Those one are really big. This one, in fact, this one I can get some timbers from them. I remember these one are almost having 5 years, but I can get good timbers from them. Yeah, this is what happened. They dry up. So this one, like this one is already dried. So we cannot do irrigation here because, okay, we usually don't do that because we have enough rain. That's the another problem. We have enough rain. You know, you can have too much of something that usually dries up. It kills the seedlings you're having. Now, these trees, this one, when I look at them, when we come here with the mother to my children, this was our first project we had together. So she usually say that when we look at these trees, we remember how long we have been together, right? We thank God for that union. We really appreciate God. Now, you see a tree like this, for example, you can cut some timbers from it, right? So it's not that small. You can get quite a number of timbers from here. You can get timbers from there. Even this one, for roofing. You can get good timbers from here. So if we cut the entire of these trees down, that means we can get enough timbers when we're doing some construction. So that's the reason why I decided, okay, let me maybe add, because if this one can perform like this, because this was my wife's idea, if they can perform like this, then let me add others here. That's the reason now why I came up with this other forest here, right? So thank you so much for those people who have who watched that video when I was planting these trees, because I remember when I was planting those trees, and I talked about it, and people said, "Oh, Zach, you have a very lovely ideas." But let me show you now those ones that have really, really motivated me. You look at this forest. Look at this one. Guys, can you tell the day that we planted this one is the very, very day that we planted those ones that I'm telling you. The very day we planted even this one. Those one. The very day. Can you imagine? What? You know, sometimes I look at this tree. This one now has in fact become a big forest, because even weeds are not even growing because they're finding it hard. What happened is that this one already, now the reason why by there I was talking about that time why we planted this one close is now this. Let me explain clearly this. You see, for example, this distance from here to that tree, the other one there, meaning there's another seedling that dried somewhere here, right? It is this one now. Look at this. There's a big difference between that one and this one and this one, right? So, this one, it will grow, but that one dried. Now because this one will grow, it will spread its branches around here. This one will grow, spread its, because you can see these branches are coming to touch each other with these branches. This one is already here and this one is already coming. So it will reach a point where the sunlight is not even reaching down on the soil. So it will not permit any growth of weeds in this area. I love it, guys. When I see this one, in fact, I feel like, oh, I wish I had planted many. Now I'm walking in my own tree. The challenges we faced here, especially me, the time I was planting this one, there was a lot of erosion that was taking place. That is the reason you can see this place. It does not have any tree. You see the way he weeded them until this extent. Okay, we have those ones that really persisted, but there was erosion that was taking place here that you could not imagine. Some water were passing here. Huge amount of water. A lot of water. Then another problem, eucalyptus, they have a certain, can I say poison? Yeah, because you're told these plants are not supposed to be planted near a land that you do farming. Oh my goodness. The reason, I've never known. Because, one, according to my little knowledge, is that these plants, they usually consume a lot of water from the ground. That is, they think, the reason why this place became so dry, whereby the nearby trees produced very well, they became very well, rather than the one next to this forest. So you're told to do not plant crops inside. In fact, if you come with maize, you plant inside here, they will not thrive. Yeah, guys, I think what you're doing now, we are learning. We are learning together. That is what I can. Now I'm having a big, at least, you see, like I'm having around, how many trees are these? For example, if these ones, they don't dry up, these are like 150. So if you do the spacing for them, that is around 100 trees remaining. This one I have like also 100 trees, that is like 200. Now, let's come to my favorite, my cute forest here. Now for this one, I'll have like, let's say for example, you see that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now which one can you do spacing? You remove that one. Remove it, because it's already even becoming thin. You see there's the competition between them. It's already being overpowered. So you remove that one. Then after you have removed that one, you give this one time, right? Give this one, because you cannot remove that one because it's the farthest. Remove that one, you give them space. This one pulls some water and some nutrients. It thickens up. Again, it reaches a certain level, you cut it. So you leave this and that, and you leave this one. Or you can also remove this one, so you leave that one and that one. That is the right spacing. In fact, it's supposed to be meter apart. But if it's meter apart, then it's from this one, they are very fine, because this is like a meter. You remove that one, you give that one, leave this one. So this spacing is the right one. But here, in the middle here, it was supposed to have a seedling. But it dried up. And it dried up when these one already, they were mature to an extent where you couldn't plant a seedling here to cover the space. Because these leaves, I don't know what they have in them, because once they cover, they go up, and you try to plant something below, it does not grow. So the spacing, meaning after I will do the spacing, now you can see even the one that will be growing. They're already up. They're already big. Now, for example, this one. Do you think this one will allow it to grow? Not me. That one, it can't. That one can't. Because if this one is the size of that one, and this one is the size of this one, which one do you think here will grow? It is the big one. My favorite part of the forest. Now, here we are, guys. So, I really appreciate this, because when I look at this is when I was starting YouTube. Okay, I had started YouTube, but this is now among my other contents that I was still doing. So this happened to be one of my videos, but I'm not saying that I'm bringing here so that I can brag about it, but I have some knowledge about the forestry. I can really make a shade somewhere we can plant together. So for those of you who love green, guys, let me know by thumbs up. Put up your hand and we congratulate each. Remember, previously we were having Tree International Day, right? How many people planted trees? You should have a tree. Like this one dried up. I think there's some termites or some moles that are biting them. Like this one. Look at this one. This is a big waste. This is a big waste. This is a big waste. I want to have a forest that looks like this. Look at that. You think you are in Hollywood movies. You think you are in Hollywood movies. So this one, unfortunately, now it has been destroyed. That one already has been destroyed. There's something that is eating these trees down here. Because you can see even this one is already drying. I'm really worried. So guavas. Ooh. This guava, my friend, I'm telling you, when this guava produces, leave alone this one that I'm already salivating for. Because I don't think even if it's ready. But we'll have to test. There's a time you come to this tree and you find that there's big guava inside. So that's how we eat. So without even washing, you just get it from the tree and you swallow. But this one is not even ready. Still very hard. You know, guavas are very hard. But there's one of you who was telling me that this guava, you can produce juice from them. We'll try that. So my mom has a garden here, but this is not in. She has gone to, there's a funeral somewhere. One of the former MCA passed on or passed away. I had talked about that also in one of my videos, that we have lost one of the greatest leader we ever had in Korea. He was a guy who loved the people, and today he's being buried. So this is my mom's garden, where he gets sukuma wiki from. When I come here now as the last born, when the grandchildren come here, she comes here, gets some leaves, cook for the grandchildren, cook for the son, as the grandchildren are enjoying those mangoes. Can you see them? I don't know whether you can see those mangoes, guys. Those ones, they are there. Oh, you can't see them, but the others here. So when I grew, this used to be now our orchard. The orchard, most of it that I'm turning to be a forest. So we have some maize are almost ready. We have some. These are now not finger millet. These are called sorghum. Remember the indigenous food that we used to have. We used to have this one. We used to have cassava. So my mom, she cannot miss that meal, because she can't, because she grew in that meal and she loved it. So we have cassava the other side. So our piece of land is not going far, just beyond this maize, beyond that one. Then there's another family there. So she can't miss a cassava, she can't miss sorghum. Now because we love maize, she can't miss maize. But when we grew these mangoes, I'm telling you guys, this one, look at that one. Don't know whether you can see it. We used to come here in full swing when they were ripe. Now they were big trees before they were cut. Big trees. Yeah, my mom can't miss some cassavas. They are there. So that's why I told her, Mom, you know you're not alone. Just give me a small portion. I put some trees around, because these trees one day they will be fired. Some trees, there will be timbers. Yeah. So guys, this guy will be coming. This place also need to be cleaned. Apart from this one they already Okay, because these weeds cannot go far. They can't. They will be like this part. So you'll still come and clean that part so that we can have a clean forest for ourselves. So guys, today I decided to show you my village life. What do we have in the village? Not sleeping. Have a tree at least. Have a tree. Like those people living in the village, like friends here, have some orchard. Have some kitchen garden. Like my mom cannot buy this. You only bring her maybe some omena. We bring her some meat. We bring her some sugar. But for the veggies, she's done. For the maize to burn, she's done. For the fruits, she has an avocado. She has another avocado there. She has another avocado there. She has this one. She has the other mangoes. What can she want? Just to thrive and grow old as slow as possible, because Zach discovering still need her. Grow as slow as possible. Grow slowly. Old as slow as possible. So thank you so much. I really appreciate all the support. May God bless you. See you next time. Bye-bye.